YouTube, what is up? It's AD with US Squads. I hope you're enjoying your day. Today I'm excited to show you one of HK's new battle rifles made for the civilian or prosumer market. And this is a descendant from the HK 416. If you're familiar with the HK line of rifles, the 416 is their Uber rifle, their Uber AR type rifle. That's a select fire made for military and law enforcement. It's a proprietary rifle with a proprietary gas piston system that HK has patents on. It's supposed to be super reliable, and HK, they don't mess around. When they build stuff, they really focus on quality, but at the same time, you pay for that price. That quality doesn't come cheap. Okay, so let me show you what's in this. This particular model is the HK, the model is the MR556A1. MR556A1. And let me bust it out here. So basically when you pull it out of the box, you're going to have this nice single rifle bag. It's going to have some Molly gear here, 2 zippered pockets, and some pouches for magazines and ammunition. So pretty cool stuff. You have a HK Heckler & Koch pack that you can pull off or put on. So that's a nice touch. MSRP on this rifle, hold on 1 minute. MSRP is $3,000, that's right. So you're paying a premium for this rifle. It is not cheap. And so let's show you what it's all about. Inside the bag is your rifle, of course. You'll get a operational manual, which is, it comes with most rifles. You have your cheapy lock that nobody ever uses. A Allen key set, because there is some, to take off the free float handguard, you'll have to use this Allen key set to help you out. They just include the tools. And hold on, 1 HK 30-round steel magazine made in Germany. I'll repeat that, 1. You don't get no 3 or 4 P mags. You get their custom, made in Germany, 30-round steel magazine. That's right, 1. Okay, then you get your battle rifle here, which is pretty sweet. Pretty sweet setup. So this is what it looks like. And I'm going to give you a 360-degree tour, and then I'm going to give you some key differences in what makes this rifle unique, and then I'm going to give you my lowdown of what I think about it. So let's start off, first off, with the rifle. This doesn't look to be, in general, the rifle isn't a billet system. It doesn't look like it's built. It looks like it's forged lower and forged upper. Okay. The finish is very nice, as you would expect from HK. You get it's Picatinny rails all the way through with T markings on top, and a free float quad rail. And this free float quad rail supposedly use an Allen key to disassemble it right there, and this just boop, boop, pops off real easy. And so you can access your gas piston system for maintenance if that's what you need to do. You have a 2-stage match trigger, and I'll tell you what, this pull on this trigger is smooth as silk. So just gonna rack it back, and of course it's free of ammunition. Gonna give it a little pull here. Once I take the safety off. Ooh, that's smooth. Okay, we have a ambidextrous selector switch, which I do not like, but we'll talk about that in a second. Ambidextrous selector switch. Your dust guard on this is plastic, polymer. That's the first time I've ever seen that on an AR rifle. I can't say that I love that, but having that's a weight-saving feature, because, metal dust covered really doesn't do anything, but will this plastic one hold up to the abuse of having a round jam out of it, consistently? I don't know. You have another thing that makes this unique is this barrel. Now let's talk about HK barrels. They made a big deal to note that this is a heavy barrel, 1 in 7 twist, cold forged, and not chrome lined. Okay. They also mentioned that that it's actually choked up here to improve accuracy. So it actually narrows as you near the opening, near the muzzle. So they've done some cool stuff. So check that out online. That way you can get the details on that. But supposedly this is an Uber barrel from Germany, from their HK plant, not chrome lined because they believe that chrome lining reduces accuracy. Standard, like $5 A2 flash hider, which surprises me. Proprietary HK pistol grip, which I don't like. Proprietary HK E1 stock, which is different. It has these big plastic things for the sling, but if you have a little clip, you can't really mount it to the stock. So I don't know about the durability of these little plastic molded pieces here. See those little sling marks? Okay. To adjust the stock on it, you just push this button here, and when you push this button on the bottom, the lighting's not going to let me show you how it looks. Hit that switch and that will adjust the pull length. 6-position stock. Inside this stock here, you twist it counterclockwise, I believe, or clockwise, and this little buttstock comes out, and you can have a spare tools, spare batteries, etc. in the back of the stock. We'll actually get back to this. There's a tool located in here that we'll need to. Okay, what else we got? HK proprietary diopter sights. So if you look at these sights, they're pretty big, pretty tall, but they're the similar sights that are found on the HK MP5 and some of their other HK rifle systems such as the G3, etc. So this is marked up to 400 meters, so depending on what range you're at, you just spin it. See that 2? You spin it to 200 meters and your rifle should be on at 200. You have the hooded HK front sights, and the cool thing about how these sights work is when you look into this little peephole, this round peephole, it'll actually match up perfectly with this hood sight, and it's very easy to line the sights up. Even easier than the mil-spec bunny ear type sights that we're very, very familiar with. Okay, now let me show you guys something else. The takedown pins here. The takedown pins right here are proprietary. They have these little dimples in them. They have these little dimples in them. Right there. See these takedown pins? There's a little dimple. You have to use a tool to depress these little dimples in, and that's the only way these takedown pins you're able to push them through. It's not like every other push pins that you're familiar with as far as just using a little tension, and I think they use that for tolerances according to their manual. So I'm going to give you an example of how that works. So the tool that you need to actuate the push pins are in the stock. So you pull the stock off, and simply put, inside right here is an Allen key, and that Allen key has that little dimple to push and depress that takedown pin. So once you get that going, you take the tool, push it in here, and you'll feel it depress in. Push it in, use a little bit of force. Once you do that, you can actually push these pins all the way through. Without this tool, you cannot push it in or push it out. You actually need this tool to push it back through, and I'll show you that in a second. Once we do that, we have the rifle that we can take a look at the 2-stage trigger, the HK buffer with the little red dot on there. Check it out. Little red dot. And then this trigger is pretty cool. It's smooth. And then you have the piston bolt carrier group, which I'll just give you a show. That's what it looks like. It's not a standard gas key. It's a little op rod type of setup. This is all high quality stuff. When I pull this out and I'm messing around with this, it's just nice stuff. The charging handle has a tactical latch on there, and it looks like it's oversized, and that's nice. So I'm going to put this back together, and what I'm going to do is I have to use this pin to push this back through so I can put it back together. So now that I have the rifle kind of seated back together, I put my tool in to the little dimple and push it in, and then push it back through until it seats through. I've never seen a pin system like that before. Then I put my Allen key back in here, because if I lose that, I'm pretty much screwed when it comes to this rifle, if I lose that tool. So we'll put that back here. Okay, so that's that. That's the rifle in a nutshell. What do I think about it? I think the build is amazing. It's solid. The quad rail is free floating. I like how HK is really concerned about accuracy by upgrading the barrel, making sure that, you know, the barrel is super durable, cold forged. It's not chrome lined. They did that again for accuracy. It's a 1 in 7 twist barrel. I like the fact that they're worried about tolerances by having these unique push pins to make sure there's no wiggle room, make sure everything's right and tight. What I don't like about the rifle is I'm not sold on the sights. They're gigantic. They don't fold away. So look how tall these sights are. I mean, you know, there's a lot of things as you're carrying this rifle along. There's a lot of things that could catch onto these sights. Look how big they are. And if you have optics, it's going to probably be in the way if you put an EOTech on here. I'm looking around to see if I have one laying around. I'm sure that this is going to block your view. Maybe, maybe not. I don't like how they have the standard $1 mil-spec trigger guard instead of a winter trigger guard. I think the winter trigger guards gives you a little bit more spacing and improves the aesthetics of the rifle. And I don't like the ambidextrous safety selector switch. If you're left-handed, sure, that's good. But if you're right-handed, when you manipulate it, it hits your hand. Right there. See, I'm trying to hits right where my index finger and knuckles are. So for your right-handed shooters like me, ambidextrous is worthless. Ironically, my buddy that bought this is left-handed, so you won't hear him complain about the ambidextrous selector switch. And that's that. $3,000. Pretty steep on the price, but you get what you pay for in life. But my honest opinion is LWRC, PWS, POF, they make some very high-end, very amazing ARs, piston ARs, and they're about $700–800 less than this particular rifle. So as far as a shooting review, we'll take this out to the range and see how it fires. I'm 100% sure it's going to work just perfectly fine. Another gripe I have is that they gave you one magazine. That sucks. They should give you like 10 magazines. The thing's so expensive. So, but, you know, FYI, PMags work perfect in these rifles. So this is a 40-round PMag. So, yeah, no problem. 40-round mag. So that's that. Any questions, comments, shoot a message to me. Any feedback you have on this particular rifle or the 416, I'd like to know about it. It's a new rifle for us. We're excited to have it in our squad, and when it comes to 3-gun matches, I'm sure it's going to perform just fine. Thanks for watching. Comments. Appreciate it. You guys have a great day and enjoy your life. Thank you.